I'm especially pleased today to have Jean Paul Beran with us today, the president of Focus on the Family Canada. Jean Paul, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
I was deeply impacted by the lunch we had a few weeks ago, not only because of the position God has given to you and the great ministry you're leading, but as you shared with me your story. Before you talk to me about your story, because at this Christmas time, I know people need to hear your story. It's a story of brokenness coming to life. But tell us briefly, this organization called Focus on the Family. Who are they? What are they?
Yeah, Focus on the Family has been around in Canada since 1983. And we help families thrive in all ways that are families, from their own marriages, from raising kids, from all the struggles and joyous things that families go through together. And we try to give that foundational base from the very beginning so that happens right through the courting stages of marriage, all the way through after 25 years or 50 years of celebrating life together with God as your center point, and putting tools in place to help families thrive through doing programs of Hope Restored, which gives families the abilities to go on retreats, to re-spark themselves, to get to a better place and reminded of where they were at the beginning of their voyage in their marriage.
You know, that's a whole lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
But the family is not the typical family, you know, the mom, the dad, the two kids, and the picket fence. Families
That's
are
like my family, but yes, yeah. We literally have a picket fence.
Do you have the picket fence?
Yeah.
Or was that part of the application process to be at Focus on the Family?
That is some of the image that people have of Focus on the Family is that perfect alignment: mom, dad, two kids, dog, and the picket fence. And but that's a small piece. What we are is there's brokenness in there, and we try to bring that out to make it a place where we can talk about what really the typical family is these days. And it's not that. There's so many different realms of family right now where there are single moms, single dads, there are people who are divorced and remarried, all people who are following our Savior Jesus Christ. And how do we walk along and journey with them?
Well, take us back, because while you might have the picket fence right now, you weren't in the perfect scenario. How did you get here? Tell us about your life growing up and in business, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that.
Yeah, you know, it's be tough to get it into 2 minutes, but I grew up in a home that was full of love until it wasn't. We have a home of brokenness. My mom and dad divorced at a young age, and my dad, you know, what was normal for us in my household was dad yells at you, dad beats you, dad has many girlfriends, dad is an alcoholic, and that was normal for my lifestyle. And then you go to church at the same time.
Okay, hold it. So all of that, and then you put the face on, and Sunday you go to church.
And you go to church, and everybody looks at you as the perfect family.
Did you ever pause and say, what's wrong with this picture?
Not until I became a little bit older, when I realized that this was not normal. And my life is full of brokenness. And I see that how I got where I was and where I am now, as God led me to be in this role at Focus on the Family Canada, where parts of it were going through divorce for my mom and dad, having my mom, her faith turned away and rocked because of a decision. She decided to get remarried and didn't have her marriage annulled, and she was basically fired from her position.
Oh, wow.
Seeing extreme success in my dad's lifestyle, but having or business that he had, but having no success in family relationships.
Let me jump in there, because your dad obviously was a very driven man, even though there was this ugly, dark side to him. You picked up on the drivenness as well and became a very successful business person.
Right. I was in the financial world for 18 years. At the end of my career, I ran my own firm with 3 other business partners. And at one point, I had a calling that I needed to move on from there. I felt that I wasn't doing God's work enough. And so I had a calling to go into ministry. And part of that is I went to a theological school in the West Coast in Vancouver called Regent College, and I had a calling to take a Master of Arts, which I did. And about 4 years ago, started forming my thesis, and my thesis was on brokenness in the workplace.
Wow.
And then 4 years prior, moving forward, I received a phone call from Focus on the Family that they're searching for a new president. And through the interview process, I was like, well, I am not the person because I am full of brokenness. I have my own struggles, my own addictions, my own family issues. I'm not that perfect family. We're not that perfect family. And then we started realizing, this is what this ministry is all about.
Maybe God was scripting something greater than you can imagine.
Absolutely, from that very beginning process.
So you've already just said that you came from a family of brokenness, but you had your own brokenness as well. And we want to unpack that a little bit, because I know that as you are listening today and watching Jean Paul, you're saying, how broken can someone be? I know you're going to find hope as you hear part 2 of his story with Jean Paul Beran, president of Focus on the Family. We're going to be right back after a short break.